Me here today to delve into and dissect all of the detail of this budget is our political panel that includes senior journalist Dita Deboni from the National Business Review, senior economist from Sense Partners Shamabil Yaqub, welcome, and Dr. Ella Henry from AUT. Welcome everybody. I thought we would take a look at the budget at a glance up here. These are the sort of headline numbers, if you like, and then sort of dive into some of that detail. We have $1.25 billion in a cost of living support package. We've just heard from the Minister on that. $11.1 billion over 4 years for those health reforms. That was widely foreshadowed today. $191 million boost to Pharmac and $1 billion for Māori. Shamabil, what is the big number out for you today?
None of those ones, actually.
Infrastructure,
Infrastructure. So the capital expenditure by government is going to be about 50% higher for the next 3 years, which is extraordinary. We normally spend about $10 billion a year. This is going to be more like 15. Much needed, because New Zealand has a huge infrastructure deficit. I'm really, really glad to see we're going to be pouring more money into it because there is just no alternative.
And so what kinds of infrastructure are we talking about, Shamabil?
So quite a lot of it is going into health, but I think, when you look at the capital expenditure program, it is across many of the votes. And that's because we've underinvested in our infrastructure almost every part of New Zealand for so long. Fantastic.
Dita?
The Productivity Commission said that we have a $200 billion deficit in infrastructure spend. So put in that context, it's really not that much at all, but yeah, it's better than usual. I think the cost of living allowances are a clever political move. The government is worried about losing the next election because the middle class is being promised tax cuts. So they're doing it their own way by giving a bit of spending to people. I don't think it's anywhere near enough. And to me, for example, cheaper fuel, why would you be encouraging people to get into their cars at this time? This is the wrong thing, I think. I would increase the payments to beneficiaries. I mean, $350 payment is half someone's grocery bill for 1 week.
Yeah.
It's not enough. I don't think there's enough social spending here. It's all about food, housing and getting around. And I mean, $6 million to increase supermarket competition, let's see what that is, because the cost of food is a big problem.
Yeah, well, it's hip pocket politics, but, will it be enough is a big question. Ella, what is exciting you or disappointing you in the budget today?
Well, I'm heartened by the broad range of additional support for Māori across health, particularly education, employment and especially for our iwi working in rural areas, being able to cope with the effects of climate change. That's a really big ticket item. I'm also heartened by the contribution to cheaper dental treatment. I come from the far north, where poor families up there often have to make a choice between fixing a tooth and buying food.
Yes.
And that's where actually they do need petrol because there is no public transport. Right. You can't use bicycles on the road in those isolated communities. So anything that helps them to keep their families safe and healthy is, I think, a positive outcome.
Wonderful. Well, so what do the Greens make of this budget?